I spent my 20s sprinting after money like it was the finish line to happiness, only to realize I was climbing the wrong ladder on the wrong wall, and by the time I looked up, I'd missed the very life I was working so hard to afford. If I could go back and talk to my 20-year-old self, I wouldn't tell him to hustle harder, take more risks, or chase the next paycheck. I'd tell him to slow down, zoom out, and get real about what matters. Like so many people in their 20s, I thought money was the ultimate measure of success. I romanticized the grind, worshipped productivity, and judged every decision by how much it could earn me. But chasing money without direction doesn't make you rich. It just makes you busy, tired, and eventually lost. And now, looking ahead in 2025, the world is moving faster than ever, with new opportunities, tech, and pressures that can easily fool young people into thinking they're building a future, when really they're just burning out early. In my 20s, every choice was fueled by the belief that financial success would solve everything: status, security, happiness, even identity. I said yes to jobs I hated, invested in things I didn't understand, and took pride in being constantly on. I lived like time was infinite and energy was limitless, always assuming I'd figure the rest out later. But here's the hard truth. When money is your only goal, you ignore the stuff that actually creates wealth: health, relationships, purpose, and time. I neglected friendships, skipped experiences, and sacrificed peace of mind for short-term wins. And I wore my stress like a badge of honor, mistaking it for ambition. One of my biggest regrets? Not learning how to manage money, just how to make it. I chased income but ignored the importance of saving, budgeting, and investing wisely. I spent as fast as I earned, believing that the next raise, the next bonus, or the next project would make up for it. But lifestyle inflation creeps in fast. You start rewarding yourself more often, upgrading things you once considered luxuries, and before you know it, you're stuck in a cycle of working more to spend more, with nothing left over to show for it. If I could do it differently, I'd start with financial literacy before chasing financial abundance, because no amount of income matters if you don't know how to keep it, grow it, or use it wisely. Another mistake? Putting purpose last. I told myself I'd figure out what I truly loved later, after I got financially stable. But years passed, and I kept pushing purpose further into the future, like it was a reward I hadn't earned yet. The problem is, the longer you work in misalignment with your values, the harder it is to break out. Your identity gets tied to a paycheck, a title, or a company, and soon you forget why you started working in the first place. In 2025, with endless ways to monetize anything, it's easy to confuse money with meaning. But real fulfillment doesn't come from passive income or viral success. It comes from doing work that feels right, even when it's hard. And lastly, I wish I'd invested in relationships over reputation. Your 20s are the foundation of your adult life, not just financially, but emotionally. I was so obsessed with networking, building my brand, and proving my worth that I missed the quiet moments that actually nourish the soul. I canceled on friends, I skipped family gatherings, I traded connection for clout. But money can't hug you when life gets hard. It can't mentor you, laugh with you, or hold you accountable. If I could go back, I'd spend less time chasing attention and more time building community. So here's what I'd do differently in 2025. I'd treat money as a tool, not a destination. I'd slow down and zoom out. I'd invest in things that grow in value, like health, skill, relationships, and peace of mind. I'd stop grinding for validation and start living with intention. Because at the end of the day, it's not how much you make that defines your success. It's how you feel when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror. That's the wealth that really matters.